Welcome back to Dominating Your Investments. My name is Dom Rinaldi, and thank you again for tuning into the channel. We're going to go back and revisit Palantir. I know, another Palantir video. We got some more things to show you. They just launched a new video for their Foundry for Builders for one of their customers, Katalyst.DI, about how they're optimizing the construction business and really the industry as a whole with helping Katalyst build a product that could impact all construction companies, making it better for the supply chain, optimizing costs, making it just more efficient in all aspects, and really automating the business from an operations perspective. So we're going to dive into that video. I'm going to play that. But beforehand, I did want to share a funny story. I had a video recorded today and finished it. It was with a commercial that was done for Palantir through what I thought was a Palantir made video. It happened back at the end of October, and I was going to put it out there because I'd never seen it actually on YouTube. It was just on Vimeo, but then it was no longer found. So I thought that was odd. And so just so you know the concept of the video, whoever fan created it was kind of like a movie trailer. In the first 2 minutes of the movie trailer, it showed a CEO in a deposition about defending their power company and making the decision to turn power off the grid for 20 million people because of a storm that impacted the grid and took some pieces of the grid out, affecting some of the customers there. So they made the decision to take it all down, or else the grid might go down completely. And then it fast forward, and they ask in the deposition, well, why did you make the decision? Did you have the data that you needed to make the right decision? And they said, this is the data we had at our fingertips. We didn't have all the right data to make the fastest, most accurate decision. And so what happens is the power generator goes off in the hospitals. They don't turn back on. And so people, while they're in surgery, aren't able to have a successful surgery because there's no power into the hospital. And it's just done very well, like a movie trailer. And then the alternate reality plays and says, well, what if they would have had Palantir Foundry? And it shows them able to make the decision way in advance with the storms coming in and the power grid showing some certain areas that needed fixing ahead of time. And so it just showed the impact of not having the right data at your fingertips, and how that it can impact consumers, enterprises, everybody. So even though I wasn't able to show it to you, hopefully I was able to articulate it, because I think it does make a strong case for being able to create alpha by making the right decisions with the right data, which Palantir is the best in the world at doing. So we're going to show you this Katalyst video, which is verified on the Palantir website. So we don't have to worry about anything getting taken down. And we can see how Foundry is now looking to have another product modularized like Skywise was for Airbus and airplanes.
Everyone at Katalyst is using Foundry.
My name's Brett Rogers. I founded Katalyst Digital Infrastructure in February of 2021. We were funded to integrate the supply chain in a way that the design and construction community would benefit. I originally started to think about this problem in probably September 2018. I was running around $8 billion of work within my team at the time, and we ended up having a tremendous disruption to the projects that we were delivering from a very mundane component. And as we started to study what was causing those delays, we found out that we controlled something like 50 to 60% of the world's supply chain for that particular component. We realized that integrating the supply chain, which is enormously disaggregated in our industry, and getting them onto a common platform became tremendously important.
I'm Weibo. I'm a classically trained architect. At Katalyst, I'm the Chief Technology Officer, where I work with my enormously talented team to try to build technology that really lowers the friction for anyone in any touch point along a construction project. For us, Foundry has unlocked speed, potential, and really opened our minds.
We, in fact, went in with a de facto attitude that we would build something on our own. We quickly realized that wasn't going to be a good case for us. We looked at Snowflake and some other big data options. I think it was probably March of last year, or potentially April, that our CTO, Libo Lee, sent me a video to the Foundry Demo Day 2021. And I probably watched it 3 or 4 times that night. And right away, we knew we had the solution that we wanted to implement. So construction's largely a spatial industry. There's millions of data points that exist spread across hundreds or maybe thousands of different data sets. What we want to do is create a data environment where those are all integrated together in order to allow design and construction teams to make better decisions based on the analysis behind the data that we're collecting and integrating.
Long term, our idea is that Foundry becomes an integral part of our sort of data interface, where we can assemble kind of a common gateway that expresses building logic and integrates supply chain realities, so that anyone looking for answers to a potential building question can get it from a single source. So our team is really curious, and we just kind of set them loose on Foundry ever since we've gotten it. There is a small interdisciplinary team that's working on going from a BIM model in Revit all the way to a ontological simulation in Vertex. We feel that the vast majority of folks look at projects as a one and done effort, whereas we believe that construction is a part of the total supply chain, and by integrating information both upstream on the demand side and downstream on the supply side, that we can make much smarter decisions about what we build and how we build it.
In the future, we hope that we're viewed as an operating system for the construction industry's supply chain. We can start to see construction delivery function a whole lot more like manufacturing does. And the result of that would be much higher productivity, more globally accessible first-class infrastructure, and lower cost projects. Foundry has unlocked a future that I don't think we saw coming for a very long time. It's unlocked the ability for us to think about our endeavor at probably 2 to 3 orders of magnitude scale greater than we originally did.
So we see there Palantir Foundry operationalizing another industry for construction with Katalyst, and how they're able to say that they looked at a lot of different technologies. They looked at Snowflake and other technologies. They weren't really delivering what they were looking for to optimize their business, to make faster, fluid decision-making, to optimize and really automate a lot of the processes in the background of their business. And so now they've built this product that they can actually sell to other construction companies, being a part of the Foundry for Builders program. I think we're going to see a lot more videos from some of those companies that were in the Foundry for Builders program. You see here that they're already impacting so many different industries, even just like they stated about the airline industries in their S1, about being able to build products that change industries on top of the Foundry platform. And so we'll see that with retail, with the partnership with Data Robot. We've seen that with Wejo and autonomous vehicles. And we're going to see those blossom into more revenues and margins, I believe. But I think that this just shows the capability of what you could do with Foundry for multiple industries. I know this video was a lot longer than what we anticipated, but I think this gives you a real fundamental foundation around the value that Palantir provides in the short term, but more importantly, in the long term, and the value that they're changing industries with their software. And once word of mouth gets around, I could easily see something like Katalyst, their software being built on Foundry for Builders, being the industry standard for construction software, just like Skywise for Airbus was for the aircraft industry. Let me know what your thoughts are. Please hit subscribe if you like this content. Give me some comments. I'm always trying to improve.